Hope that you're keeping well. Thank you so much again for being here and welcome. My name is Sarah, and yes, I am a coffee drinking tea leaf reader. I know I always say it, and it's always true. So I hope that you're keeping well this evening. Let me just get myself set up here. I use my phone to stream, and I use my laptop here off screen so I can look at the chat because I'm quite short-sighted. So let me just get myself cut up here and see what is happening here in the chat. I know I was in there a few minutes ago. Oh, I see you in the chat, Jenny. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Just gonna get my phone set up here as well. So hope everyone is doing really well. It was a very strange week last week. I don't know about you, but I just had, I'm in Southern Ontario, and I just kept having headache after headache after headache last week, and it just was feeling really off. The energy sort of felt kind of just not bad, just kind of off, a little unusual. So I don't know if that's how you sort of felt last week, but that's how I certainly felt. And I was just in no fit state, not feeling well enough to go live. And if I'm not feeling well enough to go live, then I just won't. To me, I'm not just, there's no point, because if I'm not feeling well enough to do readings, then I just simply won't, because I'm not offering my best to you. So that's really why I didn't. Teresa, hi, thanks so much for being here. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and that goes for everyone as well. So I'm just giving everyone a little bit of a chance to hop on here, and I hope that you received the notification that it's going live. So thank you again, ladies, so much for being here. So we're here. We're going to be doing a little bit something a little bit different this evening. So usually when we go live on Monday nights, it's a general weekly TV reading, and that's what we do typically. So it's a week look at the week ahead to see whatever the boss, as I affectionately like to say, whatever universe, divine source, creator, mother and father God would like us to know for the week going ahead, like looking ahead. So that's what we typically do, and that's what we're going to be doing again tonight. So we will be doing a tea leaf reading. So we're going to be looking at tea leaves. If you don't know what tea leaf reading is now, now I'm sure if you're in the chat, Jenny and Teresa, this is all old hat to you. And if you're watching live, or if you're watching this on a replay, this is all a hat. You know all of this. I'm just saying in case anyone else is new here. So we do tea leaf reading. That involves looking at tea leaves, which are left in the cup. They all mean different things, and we read them. And they form different images, but they can be literal, symbolic, and or both. And that's how I do it. That's how I describe tea leaf reading. To me, the best way that I can describe tea leaf reading in a nutshell is that it describes qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. So a big long phrase, the best way that I've figured out how I can possibly describe tea leaf reading, essentially. So that's what we're going to be doing. Background noise that you just heard was me turning the kettle off. Let me get caught up here. I see everyone is chatting back. See, you're chatting back and forth. That warms my heart. Teresa just finished a cook-up for Memorial Day. Oh, well, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day for us here in Canada. Last weekend we had we call it May 24 as a slang, as a Canadian slang, May 24, but it's May 24th weekend. It's also known as Victoria Day. It's what it is. So we had our holiday. We had our long weekend last week. So happy Memorial Day to you as well. Hope that you had a wonderful time, and it sounds like you had a cookout. So that sounds like a lot of fun. That's awesome. Yeah. So we're going to be doing a weekly tea leaf reading. And as I mentioned in the description box of this video, and also I put it in I think I hopefully put it in the description, hope I put it in the title and also in the thumbnail too. Since I couldn't go live last week, and again, my apologies and my thanks to everyone for being so patient. I really appreciate it. I was just not feeling well enough last week to go live. We're going to be I'm also offering 3 viewer readings this evening as well. So every Monday we do a general weekly tea leaf reading, look at the week ahead. And then on Thursdays, free 5-minute tea leaf readings. They really are like a taste test to see what a tea leaf reading is. Quick check-in, quick little reading, goodwill gesture. So we're going to be doing that again this evening as well. So we're going to do the weekly tea leaf reading and also 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings for viewers. So if you're watching this live, and if you'd like to have a tea leaf reading, please let me know here in the live. We'll be doing this live. So if you're interested, please let me know in the chat and we'll go ahead and I'll get that for you. While I'm thinking of it, I'm actually going to be putting my email address in here. So if you are watching this live and would like to have a tea leaf reading, and one second here, that is my email address. You're welcome to email me and I will send you pictures of your tea leaves. So that's something that I like to do just for your own reference, because as far as I'm concerned, it's your reading, it's not for me. So I'm just a little something that I like to do just for your own reference. So please let me know if you ladies, I see Jenny and I see Teresa. So if you ladies would like, either of you would like to have, or both of you would like to have a tea leaf reading, please let me know. And we'll go ahead and we'll get that on away. And while I'm also thinking of it, quick reminder, quick disclaimer as always, it's always in the description box of every video. The readings that I offer are for entertainment purposes only. Again, to reiterate, entertainment purposes only. So please take what you will and leave what you don't. For the general weekly tea leaf reading, some, none, or all of the information related in the reading may apply to you, may resonate with you. That's completely normal to be expected because it is a weekly reading. So it's a general reading. So just wanted to put those disclaimers out there. So if either of you ladies or both of you ladies would like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. No pressure, no rush, but please let me know if you're interested. We'll go ahead and we'll get that going for you. So if you are interested, let me see here. Okay. So Teresa and Jenny, what would you ladies like to do? Would you like me to go ahead and start the... Oh, hang on. I'm just reading your. I think there's a bit of a delay here. I think sometimes on my end. So let me just check the chat here. I find reading anything. Aw, Tracy, you're so sweet. Has someone else has another one? Oh, you ladies are so sweet and so kind. Honestly, look at you. Well, as of right now, and I expected this, I did expect this. As of right now, we have a fairly low audience, and I think it's just sort of us hanging out in the chat. So the choice is completely up to you. It's yours, you're both here. So if you're interested in having readings, please just let me know. You're welcome to do so. It's no problem. Happy to do that. And also before we get going, would you like to, if you would like to have readings, would you like to have them before or after the weekly live? The weekly, like the weekly reading. Please let me know. Yes, I am sitting sideways. In case you're wondering, I am sitting sideways still. I still have that back injury that has been lingering for a couple months now. Let me see. How long has it been? It was late March. No, it was late April. It's been going on for a while. A couple months now. A little bit sore. Okay. Teresa. No one else does. I'll take a reading. Oh, well, Teresa and Jenny, it looks like no one else is. So I'm happy to do it if you want me to. And would you like to do, it sounds like we're going to be doing this. So would you like to have your readings before or after the weekly reading? Please let me know in the chat. And I don't want to start getting a cup ready if I don't know what we're doing here. So I have everything ready, all set to go. After, in case someone comes, so I have a thingy, I have a little icon, Jenny, on my screen, sorry, in the back end, and it sort of blocks out some of the most recent messages. So I always have to look to see what sometimes people are saying. After, in case someone comes in later. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, man, before. Okay, after, in case someone comes in later. Before. Okay. So, all right. So why don't we just do it then after then? So we'll totally do it. So what I will do, ladies, is I'm going to write your names down, and then that way you're in. So that way we know what the schedule is. So let's do, whoops, Teresa and Jenny. Okay, so I have your names all set. So as of now, this is what's going on. Have your names all set, here to go. So we'll be reading for both of you ladies, Teresa and Jenny, in that order. And so let's go ahead and do the tea leaf weekly reading first. And then I have your readings here. And then this, you're right. You are right, Jenny. You're so smart. That's why I asked. That's why I like to talk to you. This is why I like doing lives, until we can hang out together in the room at the same time. Next best thing. So we'll wait until, we'll wait and see if anyone else wants to hop on. And then we'll go ahead with the readings. You're smart. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. But thank you so much for both of you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to just reboil the water and get it ready. I have everything here. Whoa. Yes, I have everything here because I'm spilling water all over the place. Whoa, that was not very smart. Huh. Real life. Real life. Real life. Okay, there we go. All right. Yes, I have everything ready except I knocked over my water cup. course I did. 1 mug. And the tea. Just wipe all of this up here. Okay. Real life. This is real life here. Okay. I have, in case you're wondering, I have actually, I'm sure if you've been noticing, I haven't been posting my shorts lately. I've had a few other things on the go in the background I've been working on, so I've not been posting the shorts or on TikTok recently this past week very much at all. I am going to be recording a quick TikTok weekly TV reading. So if you are watching this and you'd like to join me over on that other platform, I also am posting general weekly TV readings for viewers on that platform. So we'll be doing that most likely this evening. Okay, here we go. So we're going to aim for this to be around 20 odd minutes. Here we go. Let's get the cup ready. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just sort of. My back is still sore. Okay, there we go. Linda. Hey, Linda. Thanks so much for being here. Linda is our resident note taker. So, Linda, how's that pen tonight? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready to combat that writer's cramp? No, you don't get writer's cramp. You're an amazing writer. She's our resident note taker. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, here we go. So I have the tea. My camera's quite tilted, so everything looks very skewed, I'm sure. But anyway, so I have the liquid tea in here. Tea and tea. Okay. Just checking the consistency. Yes, and please feel free to chat amongst each other. It looks as though we don't have a mod or moderator in-house tonight, which is perfectly fine. It seems like we're a pretty small crowd tonight anyway, which is what I anticipated. Memorial Day and in the States, and also it was just a bit of a different live that's going to be on tonight. I wasn't live last week, so I'm not surprised. But it sounds like it's just a nice small crowd. But yes, just so that you are aware, we do not have a moderator at all tonight as of now, which is completely fine. I know everyone's really busy. So I'm going to be keeping the chat open here while I am going to be reading. So just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just looking over here off screen at my computer, just keeping an eye on the chat in case there's any like spammy bots or trolls or whatever that pop up. Okay, so is everyone ready for the weekly tea reading? So let's see what the universe would like us to know for this week going ahead. So I have the tea in here, I put the hot water in. I'm going to swirl leaves around a few times. Ask and set the intention that this is for the greatest benefit of everyone involved. And I remembered a spoon. Actually, didn't remember. I put it here a few days ago. I actually have a spoon. The running joke with the spoon, Linda knows the joke. I'm sure you ladies know as well, is because I usually forget the spoon, so I usually use any form of cosmetics that I have around me at the moment in time. My mom cringes every single time I say it. I've already put it out there for the world to see on my shorts and TikTok or whatever. It's no big secret, but I actually remembered the spoon, so I'm quite it's here. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pushing real life. I'm pushing such a girl with the makeup there, but I'm pushing all the tea leaves down on the sides of the cup. So check the consistency. Just the right amount of liquid tea to the actual tea. Now, quick question. It sounds like you can hear me and see me okay, but have any of you or are any of you experiencing any buffering at all? Just thought I would ask that while I get the cup ready here. Only asking because it's been raining most of the day and it's actually raining again right now. And I know sometimes where I am, I'm very close to the lake, Lake Huron. It can interfere with any form of streaming at all, whether I'm doing a voice call, video call privately, or a live stream. It can really interfere with it and get kind of buffering quite a bit. No, thank you so much. Thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate that because oftentimes that's what happens whenever there's any kind of storm, any kind of rain, any kind of snow, whatever it is. It always interferes. So your buffer. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe please let me know if it does ever start buffering. Really appreciate that. Yeah, usually it's because of any kind of change of weather here. The doesn't my internet doesn't like it. It's quite overcast right now. Raining and misty, my kind of weather. We had the usual monsoon here today. That sounds like fun. No, we had rain off and on. It's raining, I think, again right now, quite misty. Just have to put a bit more water in here. That's pretty good, actually. There we go. That's really good. So I'm going to put my side plate on top. My camera is quite tilted, but I'm sure I'm holding it straight. 1, 2, 3, flip it over. Yeah, it did not spill. And there's a quick reminder too, all of my links are in the description box below. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting this channel. While we're on here, let's do a really quick check and see how many subs do we have. I think last count it was what, 492? 492, I think, is the number that we had last time I checked before we went online. Yeah, 492. So we're so close to reaching that 500 mark. We're so close. That's just like a personal milestone that I think would be so fun once we achieve that. Because like we're so close. We only need like 8 more subscribers. So if you are watching, if you haven't subscribed and you do like this content, please do consider hitting that bell for future updates and clicking that subscribe button. I so appreciate it. We really appreciate it. We're so close, and it really helps the channel to grow and really helps with the algorithms. And every single time you watch the video, subscribe it, like it, comment in the live chat or in the comment section, it really helps with the algorithm. So thank you so much. And of course, my thanks to every single person who watches these videos and likes them. Now I'm going to be taking pictures, as always, of the tea leaves for the weekly reading, this one. And I will post it on my community tab after the reading. I will most likely do that this evening. If I don't get it around to doing it tonight, I will definitely post it tomorrow. And again, I do that just for your reference in case you want to see the tea leaves. Right now, I have upturned the cup, obviously, and I am just carefully straining, dabbing any excess liquid out of the cup. This helps to prevent any skewing of the images in the base. Something that I like to do here. Be careful not to touch any of the other leaves that are in here. And if you are interested in helping support this channel in other ways, obviously I do offer private readings. All of my links are in the description box below. And I do have to buy some more tea soon. So if you want to buy me some tea or help buy me coffee, please do not feel the need. But if you are interested and wish to do so, I do have a Ko-fi account, and all of those links again are in the description box below. But even just watching this video is just so sweet of you. So thank you so much. Okay. Is everyone ready for the weekly tea leaf reading? Here we go. So I'm showing this to you first. I haven't even really looked at the leaves. You see different images than I do when you look at them. That's completely normal to be expected because we all see different things. Ready? Okay, let's go. We'll aim for about 20 odd minutes, and then we'll get over to the private, individual viewer readings. Okay, let's go. Okay, what do we have here? Linda, get that note paper out. Get that pen and paper out, Linda. Okay, let's go. Oh, ooh, busy today. So I do read chronologically. Quick reminder here. There's always all these quick reminders with tea leaf reading. I read chronologically. That's just how I've always done it. So for us, in this case, the rim represents like now being Monday. Around mid cup is Wednesday. And the base of the cup is this weekend and heading into next week. So it's like now, on the way, and later. Okay. So right now, looks as though we have, so to me, okay, 1 second. Looks as though to me we have, let's see, we have one. Thanks, Linda. One. Oh, that's interesting. One, second here. Yeah, we can count that as one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 events or situations taking place right now. I use examples a lot. If you've watched me at all, you know that I know that. You know that about me. You know I do that a lot. So we have 4 events or situations taking place right now. Sorry, a little bit sore here. One of them is definitely far more significant or important than the other 3. For example, gold, silver, and bronze. We have 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze, essentially. So the one main event or situation, definitely related to, well, definitely I would say things are calm and clear and quiet, and we're happy with that, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more, for sure, from what I'm seeing here. Again, entertainment purposes only. Yeah, okay. So this is, okay. So whatever this main event or situation or whatever this major significant quietness is referring to, it is, yes, it's taking place right now, but I would say that whatever this scenario is related to does continue to be fairly quiet as the week progresses. And I would say from now until being Monday evening, up until I would say approximately Friday. I would say until Friday for the most part. Now, within that time, there are a few different things taking place, but generally speaking, like overall, like vastly overall, it's very calm and clear and quiet. So it looks like that again will take place throughout the rest of this week. Now, within that quietness, within that quiet scenario, with that scenario being rather relatively quiet, we do have abundance and prosperity, yes, but we do also have a situation where it is stable, where there is stability. Now, what precedes that stability is, this is rather interesting. There may be a short term, some of us may be experiencing or having a very short term trip or travel of some kind. This would be maybe like very much regional, like within our same area, most likely taking place tomorrow. Could be for business, maybe going out for coffee, something small like that. But and that definitely involves, from what I'm seeing in here, mostly conversations, ideas, things up in the air a little bit, things along those lines. But that does also help to lead to this stability that I am seeing in here. Now, with this stability rather, there's a new opportunity that's being, as of later, being presented around Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday and heading into Wednesday, mostly Wednesday though. And this new opportunity, I would say it's being contemplated. It's not huge. It's not like a major new opportunity. However, it is being presented, and it is comprised of a vast amount of talking, conversations. So it's almost like this new opportunity is being talked about or thought about in some way, shape, or form. Now there, one second. Yeah. So there actually also may be connection with a Cancerian involved. So whether that's someone who is that sign that's involved, and or the qualities and or characteristics of Cancer the crab. So like hearth and home, family, intuition, healing, things along those lines. So emotional sensitivity, things like that. So either of those, somehow mix of those qualities being present, and or of course someone who is that sign that's involved, and that is related directly to this stability that is being shown in here in some way, shape, or form. This also involves us receiving, again, whoever this applies to, receiving some goodness, distinctively receiving some positivity. Looks like it's still makes sense. It's still working itself out right now. It's still in the process, but it definitely looks like good. Whatever this stability is, it's definitely a very positive scenario. And I do actually wonder if some people are actually thinking of moving. And if so, this would be contemplated or it's in progress in some way, shape, or form, again, between Tuesday and Wednesday. Sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to be rude. I find sometimes I'll start yawning when I'm doing a reading. I'm not trying to be rude. I think it's like energy processing or something. And my body is like trying to catch up with the energy or something. Apologies for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm very curious to see if that makes any sense. Please let me know in the comments or here in the chat if you're watching this live. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. It looks like it's coming along very nicely. And it's actually quite likely that's where the short-term travel is related to. That begins, well, likely at this point tomorrow, being Tuesday. Okay. Now let's look at this main eventer situation, which you can see right here. This is a layout that we do often see where we have one main eventer situation. So this is like the core, the hub, the focus of the entire reading. So let's look at there right now. Well, before I do that, I want to take a quick peek over at the rim, which is like right now, because we do have, yes, those 4 main events or scenarios that we did talk about already. However, we do also have some other images on the rim I want to take a quick look at because they also precede part of what this main event or scenario indirectly is related to. So let's see. So in other words, what is taking place, what is showing here that is taking place basically right now and or imminently, like immediately, precedes a scenario of an event or situation that is significant, that is also quiet. It is separate from the main, from what we just talked about with the house and the quietness. Okay. It is indirectly related to the main event or situation. So I want to look at this first because it is taking place right now. And if it isn't taking place like right now, it is, again, is imminent, happening like imminently or immediately. Again, some form of unique reassurance is also being indicated regarding this. There's also forward movement regarding this scenario as well, with this unique sense of protection and security. I firmly believe like we're all divinely protected anyway, and I'm always like say like use your own discernment and take a very grounded approach to everything with an open mind. But what I'm seeing here is references here to unique sense of, again, reassurance, protection, knowing that you can go wherever you want to go and everything's going to be okay. So that has those qualities are related in some way, shape, or form to forward movement, forward progression in some way, shape, or form, specifically as regards to or in regards to writing in some way, shape, or form. Writing. And there's a connection with that and also a new creative venture, new creative project that is being contemplated. Yes, I'm grinning because I'm quite excited by what I'm seeing. I'm always excited by what I am seeing, what I see in TV reading, but this is kind of unique. So, drum roll. But this is all leading up to this new idea that's being contemplated. Now, what else is taking place, like imminently and or right now? Getting things organized, tidied up, and we have this forward progression regarding getting things organized. Now, sorted out, tidied up. Now, whether that is physically like referencing tidying up a physical space, purging closets, fridges, whatever the case may be, vacuuming. I'm saying a vacuum in here, so that's why I'm saying getting things tidied up, and or whether it's more like getting the foods that we eat in order, getting things organized in a non-tangible way, whatever that case may be. So it could be something related to that as well, sense of getting things organized. And things beginning to take form again very, very nicely. Forward movement, forward progression, things are starting off very nicely. So whatever this is referencing, there's something that is just in the beginning phases, but it looks very positive. Like, things are growing. Things are progressing very nicely. Yeah, something to do with this house connection as well. There actually may be a connection right now that some of us may be experiencing regarding, in regards to trees, whether these be physical trees in some way, shape, or form, may have a bearing. A pine tree is actually what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a pine tree, like a Christmas tree. So whether that may have some significance to you in terms of like a literal meaning, but for myself, this is referencing the ability to see far and wide, whatever the situation is happening, whatever is taking place. We have the entire picture. We see everything. Like we have full clarity of what is taking place, and this specifically is in relation or regards to one individual specifically, one person. Now this could be you yourself, whomever this. But there's also the letter L, person, place, or thing, that this is in regards to as well. Okay. That precedes this other quiet time, this other quiet scenario that is in relation to this main eventer situation, that is related to the main eventer situation. Okay. This is all leading to a seemingly small new idea that's being contemplated. And yes, it is seemingly small, still in the process, likely taking place tomorrow and Tuesday. But later on the week, I would say Wednesday heading into Thursday, it does create a line of events, and it does lead into an event that we'll look at in a few minutes, but it does lead into that event taking place on and around Friday. As the week progresses with this scenario, again, getting things organized, tidied up, paperwork may be sorted out, writing in some way, shape, or form, maybe not even paperwork being sorted out, but like getting things organized, writing is somehow significant with that. And also using our critical analytical thinking skills, really using our intellect, being very, very clear and precise, using our thoughts and words very precisely. Looks like a positive scenario. And again, we have person, place, or thing with the letter L that's involved. And this is all helping to create a scenario around Thursday and heading into Friday, where it is a positive change, transition, new opportunity that's being presented, a very unique opportunity that's being presented. Looks positive. Also, that hearth and home under family, emotion, intuition, healing being present, Cancerian qualities being present again. Also, a unique sense of stability as well. It's unique, but it's also very like conventional as well. It's a unique kind of scenario, but stability is what I'm seeing certainly on around Friday, Thursday and Friday. Let's look at the main event. I love tea leaf reading. Like, it's so detailed. I know sometimes people say like tea leaf reading sounds so vague, but to me, tea leaf reading is extremely accurate. It's just that it defines the qualities. It provides the qualities and characteristics of events and situations likely to occur. I always find tea leaf reading so interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Looking at the main event or situation taking place right now. This is in regards to, something is taking place, again, likely letter L involved, person, place, or thing. We may have a little bit of consternation, a little bit of a scenario where we're not feeling 100% about it, feeling a little bit off about it, but it's really a perception, glass half full versus glass half empty. It's like, do we want to smirk or do we want to sort of go, well, not too happy with that? So it's really that silver lining perspective perception scenario that's taking place imminently. But again, we are receiving very positive things. Receiving very positive things regarding this scenario. It is unconventional stability, I would say, most certainly taking place tomorrow, being Tuesday. That is actually in reference to specifically. Reference to something taking place. And then when that individual scenario concludes, there is some conversations, possibly some money that's also involved. I would say most likely conversations, but it could be conversations and or money. We're not supposed to know all the details with that scenario. It's not like huge, or it's not hugely significant, but it is significant in its own right. We are receiving positive things with this. There again, we have that Cancerian connection again. Unconventional stability. Action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly. Excuse me. Messages, news, information that is likely, that we are likely receiving. And that is what that is in regards to. It's significant. Like, it's not like huge. It's not hugely significant, but it is significant in its own right. What I'm looking at is right here. This grouping right here. Okay, so right here. And that is actually helping to create a scenario. What is in that cup? So, Cal, Megan, I hope I'm saying your name correctly there. What is in that cup? Well, that's what we're doing. So, welcome. If you're brand new here, welcome. I hope I'm saying your name correctly again. So, Cal, Megan. So, we are doing a weekly tea leaf reading. This is what we do on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we are reading tea leaves. So, in regards to your question, what is in that cup? Tea leaves. And this is a look at the week ahead to see whatever the universe would like us to know for this week ahead. And this is tea leaf reading. It involves looking at images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. It can be literal, symbolic, and or both. And welcome here to the chat. So if you like to see a weekly reading, or continue to see weekly tea leaf reading, then stick around. That's what I'm doing. So I'm looking to see what images are in here. They all mean different things. And I am relaying to you and our other viewers here live and also in the replay what I'm seeing in the tea leaves. So I hope that answers your question. So tea leaves form different images. They can form different lines and patterns. And that's what I'm seeing, and I relay what I see. It's a goodwill gesture on my part to offer my help to anyone who's interested. Margaret Shira, hi Sarah, everyone. I'm very late. Oh, Margaret, hi Margaret. You are never ever late. I'm just happy that you're here. It's always in divine timing. Again, I mentioned earlier that I am sort of monitoring the chat a little bit here in the background. So please pardon me while I just do something here in the chat. 1 second here. Sorry about this. Thank you so much for all of your patience here, everyone. Okay. So SoCal Megan, I hope I said your name correctly there. That's what it is. So if you're asking like what the actual image is, it's a horse, among other things in here. But that's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing here. Weekly tea leaf reading. Again, this is all to do in the beginning of this week around Tuesday specifically, like tomorrow. A lot of this has to do with the whole perspective perception, glass half full versus glass half empty scenario, way of thinking. Really taking some time out for our own self-care, like really being like whatever that may be for us individually, whether that may be meaning meditating, yoga, prayer, reading a book, whatever the case is, like taking a sojourn, like taking some time out for our own self-care, going within, connecting with ourselves and with source, with the boss. So I would say that's what's being indicated here specifically for tomorrow. This is also related to, there's some kind of abundance and prosperity that this is related to. Now, this also may be referencing the whole, like our lineage, our family in some way as well. But there is reassurance regarding this as well. And when that individual scenario concludes, and there are some things taking place behind the scenes with that we're just not supposed to know the answers to. But when that individual scenario does conclude, it looks like we're actually quite happy with the way that things are progressing. And it does help to form a new idea that we are contemplating. And it's being thought about, talked about, still being worked on, but it's present, that new idea. Now, this possibly may be referencing also a partnership that's being contemplated too. That could absolutely be the case. Just thought I'd put that out there in case it makes sense to you or applies to you in some way. Letter V, person, place, or thing that's also being present here. So letters V C and or L, but likely V and C. V and C. I keep seeing a lot of Cancerian like constellations. So those, I won't go on about it, but again, those qualities that I've already mentioned about Cancerian being present throughout this reading, already heading into Wednesday in this individual scenario, this main eventer situation. Looks like we're happy with the way that this week, that this main eventer situation is progressing this week. Change, transition, new opportunities, new beginnings also being present as well. New opportunity again also being present around Tuesday and heading into Wednesday, specifically regarding something to do with the house and our home and our family, something to do with like our own home, our own self, something along those lines. Possibly a new child or a new addition to the family that's also being indicated in some way, shape, or form. Writing in some way also being present in two different ways. Writing being present. It's very unique because throughout this whole event or scenario, this whole main event or situation, there is quite a lot of things up in the air being talked about, being thought about, a lot of conversations, ideas, things being sorted out. That's really what I'm seeing for the most part here. And overall, we also have this whole scenario that also relates to creating new things, new ideas, making new things, taking creative action, inspired action, momentum, things along those lines. Partnership that is nicely beginning to, as of now, as of later, beginning nicely to form around Tuesday heading into Wednesday. Actually, that whole momentum scenario is related to those, to that partnership rather, that continues on to run Thursday and actually heads into Friday as well. Abundant and prosperous scenario. We have at least one document specifically that is being present. Okay, a lot of conversations. That small individual document, paperwork in some way, shape, or form on Tuesday does head into Wednesday, and this all has to do with another smaller, much smaller, significantly smaller, but still present partnership that is being contemplated or talked about in, like, there's conversations regarding that in some way. We may be not feeling 100% about that whole scenario, but it does lead to very positive things, leads to happy faces. So, and it actually directly relates or results, continues on, results in a positive scenario where we have a helpful individual, could even be angelic in some way, or referencing the angels in some way, shape, or form. Something to do with conversations regarding that scenario. So a lot of communications. Okay. Something to do with, oh, sorry. This is either referencing, again, children. So whether this is referencing physical children and or new creative, like what children represent, like new creative projects, new beginnings, new opportunities, creativity, making new things, new creative projects, new beginning, things along those lines. And I keep seeing it. So it's either the physical representing physical children or the qualities of children, like new beginnings and creativity and things like that, things of that nature. This specifically is around Wednesday and heading into Thursday. Just taking a look here to see what this is regarding. This specifically is relates to the qualities of unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, protection, companionship, things along those lines. Linda, how you doing? How's the hand holding up, Linda? Linda's a pro. She doesn't get writer's cramp. A lot of conversations regarding that. Like, I firmly believe like we all have divine protection anyway. It's just sometimes nice to have reminders that we are not, that we're not alone. New opportunities, new beginnings, joy, creativity. Keep seeing it. Keep seeing it. Keep seeing it. Could be referencing pregnancies as well. I'm just saying. So now, as we're heading into around Thursday, all about new. I sound like a broken record, but this is what I'm seeing. Like this week, all has similar messages throughout this entire week. So around Thursday, we have. Oh, Linda, how good did you break some? Oh no! The neighbors brought him home. Oh, Sonny boy, I'm glad that he came home safe and sound. Oh, thank goodness for those neighbors. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Sonny boy, dear. Glad he's okay. Yard, yeah, poor you. Last thing that you need. Well, at least he came home safe and sound. That's the most important thing. Oh, that little Sonny boy. So on Thursday, this all has to do with creativity, new beginnings, opportunities. I keep seeing it, like positive changes being presented. Letter U, sorry, not yes, letter U, yes, but letter W specifically, person, place, or thing. With the letter U, that's I keep saying letter U, but I mean W, so okay. Letter U and or W, person, place, or thing. Receiving positive things, yes. Cancerian symbol again, yes. Positive individuals, people, helpful people around in that scenario. And then Thursday, yeah, I know, Jenny, I know. I have, I have a dog as well, and oh my gosh, I've lost a couple of our dogs before, and it's definitely not a pleasant feeling when that happens. They always came back, thank God, but scary. Okay, so Thursday, heading into Friday, we have unconventional stability. Now, it's a fairly significant scenario in and of itself. It is blossoming beautifully. So if that's something, and I keep seeing this is what I've seen from like now and on Friday in different scenarios. Creativity, yes, but things taking form nicely. Like things are beginning to take form. We're actually being able, like we're able to see things take place, reach fruition. Well, not reach fruition, but reaching fruition. Like things are blooming nicely. Progression, forward progression. And that's so exciting for me to see. And that's what I'm seeing in here. So this positive movement forward. There's abundance and prosperity regarding this as well. And there's also, again, the letter V, person, place, or thing. Maybe letter U, letter Y, possibly yes, and C in that scenario, but definitely letter V. There's also like a spiritualness, a sacredness, something to do along those lines that's present in that scenario specifically. But again, things are progressing very nicely. A document. This is either regards to some kind of paperwork and or education in some way, shape, or form. Again, taking some time out for our own self-care, positive creativity, making new things, new creative projects. Reassurance is also involved in that scenario as well in some way. And we also have abundance and prosperity, but we do have writing, creativity. Maybe even like there's something that's tangible, whether like we're physically like writing notes or something, but there's a tangibility that's involved. Now there's ever so slightly a small conclusion that's also taking place at that time, as of now, as of later, but it's not hugely significant, but significant in its own right. It's one of those kinds of scenarios. But this all involves again taking some time out for our own self-care, but it's like as we do so, it's like there's a new idea, a new contemplation that is regarding that quality of taking some time out. And as we do that, there's this new idea that's being contemplated, being presented in some way. Again, we have clarity, abundance, and taking some time out for our own self-care. That is around Friday. Okay, now on Friday as well, and this is what I was referencing at the beginning of this whole entire reading. On Friday, some of us may be going on a trip Friday, some travel. Likely it is fairly short term, so it'd be like a day trip, or if it does, it could actually go into the weekend. But this is either one trip with two parts or two different trips taking place at around the same time. So there's one main one and one smaller one. Now the one smaller one is slightly more significant than the one longer one. So take that for what you will, please. But this does continue into the base, which is this weekend. But this whole trip travel event or scenario, it does involve creativity, music, creation, new ideas, creativity, beauty, documents and paperwork. So definitely some things happening behind the scenes. Receiving positive news, reassurance is also being indicated. Letter L as well, being present. E as well, potentially. But it looks like it's positive. It looks like things are going very nicely with that. It's progressing very nicely. There is reassurance regarding that scenario. New opportunities being presented regarding this. It's almost like it's a larger scenario, but the opportunity is smaller, but the smaller opportunity, but it is like part of it. It's very unique. Bit of a unique scenario there. Receiving information about the Homelander family. Yes, we are receiving communications about the Homelander family, but we're also sending them as well. That all has to do with perception, perspective, glass half full versus glass half empty scenario. And one small scenario that involves 2 documents. Now, this weekend and heading into next week, it's actually quite similar to the entire cup of what we've seen so far. Quite a lot of time to pace ourselves. Generally, overall, it is rather busy. But again, we do have enough time for our own self-care. We have enough time to pace ourselves. We're not really being pulled in too many different directions. But we do have one main event or scenario that somehow involves abundance and prosperity, yes. Forward movement, creativity, but really is like, yes, there's all this progression, but also taking a pause at the same time too, like knowing when to take a pause, when knowing when to just take it easy a little bit. But it just seems so interesting to me. It's a very, very unique scenario. We have the letter F, forward movement, progression with that as well. Possibly the letter P, like Peter. There's abundance and prosperity regarding that, and also a helpful person, jubilation, happiness, going for whatever it is that we want to have, not being held back, happy about it. Like we're happy about that scenario. Yeah. This is all about like forward movement, progression, happiness. It's like not even like we're walking, but we're running towards whatever it is that we want to have. There's like the, again, letter L, person, place, or thing that has a Scorpio connection in some way, shape, or form. Forward movement, forward progression, action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly, helpful individual. Letter U. Keep saying letter U. I mean W, but okay, fine. Letter U and or W. And there's letter T and or I, and also possibly the Scorpio connection with that. And there's paperwork with that as well. Now, this all has to do, or there's a lot of things taking place behind the scenes that we're not supposed to know about regarding all of this, as well as possibly a Sagittarius connection that is related to, yes, abundance and prosperity, but also a nice looking partnership that is beginning to form very nicely. Some thoughts and words regarding that still up in the air, being decided upon, but also with that Sagittarius connection. Now, again, this could be referencing horses specifically, but going for whatever it is that we want to have, but not being held back. Action, momentum, life force, vitality. Like we're feeling so good. We're feeling so positive, and we're like racing towards whatever the situation is referencing. So I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. That's interesting to me. So I hope that you found that interesting. I certainly did. I always do. But I will post these pictures either tonight or tomorrow. So please let me know what you think of that tea leaf reading. There's a lot involved in that. Looks like it will be, as always, a busy week, but a lot of creativity as well. Just very interesting. Okay. A little bit dry here. I need a bit of a drink. Okay, so we are going to be doing the viewer readings now. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying tuned in. So now that we've done the weekly tea leaf reading, as my little extra gift to you, a bit of an apology there for not being able to go live last week. I'm going to be doing 3 viewer readings now. So as of this moment in time, we have Teresa and we have Ginny lined up. So as of now, we have 1 spot left. So if you're watching and you like to have a tea leaf reading, these are 3 We capped it off at 3. We collectively decided that a few months ago. We capped off at 3 people, but 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings is my gift to you. So if you're interested to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. We have 1 spot left. And I won't post those pictures, obviously those are your pictures, but I will put my email address into the chat again. So if you do have a reading this evening and you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves, please send me a quick email and I will reply to you with your tea leaves. I normally take around 3 pictures. So again, that's something that I like to do. If you're interested in having it done, please let me know. In the meantime, I am boiling the water. So once that's ready, we will proceed with Teresa's reading. And we'll go for Ginny, and then if someone else would like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. Please let us know, and I will go ahead and read for you as well. Just gonna get your tea leaves ready right now. Water is just about finished boiling here. I'm just gonna move things around a little bit. Okay. Again, please let me know if you'd like to have a tea leaf reading. We have 1 spot left. And again, on Thursday, we will be back to our normal schedule as of Thursday, and that's when we're going to be doing the 3 viewer readings like we always do on Thursdays. And I have to say it, has anyone here been watching Bridgerton? Have you seen like the news, like the first half of season 3 now? So good. Birthday party for grandson, lots of guests coming. Oh wow. Wow, Linda, that makes sense. Oh, Bree just woke up, our little dog. Hi, Linda. Well, she's a chocolate lab, but she's a little chocolate lab. No, she woke up and now she's going back to sleep. Well, let's see. Birthday party for your grandson. Oh, well, happy birthday to your grandson, Linda. That's amazing. Yes, well, enjoy. Have a lot of fun. Have lots of cake. Let's see here. Linda. Sorry, I have to drop off. Love and golden. Oh, thank you so much, Linda, for joining. That's so sweet of you. Have an amazing evening. Teresa, thank you, sir. I think I'll get me a cup of tea. Oh, awesome, Teresa. Perfect. Well, have fun. Yes, yay. Okay, so Teresa, you go get your cup of tea, and I will get your tea leaves ready. How's that sound? Okay. So first up is Teresa. Place to put this. Okay, I'll put that over there. No, I won't. I will put it over there. Wow. If you're in the chat, just while I'm getting Teresa's reading ready, what did you think of that reading for this week? It looks kind of crazy. It always does. It's always interesting to see what's going to come through, but it looks like it's going to be pretty crazy. Did any of that resonate with you at all? That you know now? That's the thing I also find with tea leaf reading is that sometimes people think that it is like they're supposed to know everything that is related in the leaves. Like it's supposed to make complete sense to them at that moment in time. But like many other kinds of readings, that isn't always the case because it hasn't happened. We can't confirm what hasn't happened yet. But if it does make sense to resonate with you, please let me know. I'm always curious. Okay. Reading for Teresa. So obviously this live is a little bit longer than normal because we are doing viewer readings. But again, on Thursday, we'll be back to our almost normal schedule. Yes, the energy of this last week was just odd. I know I said that already, but it was just kind of weird. I just was not feeling well at all. Okay. Pardon the background noise. I'm just pushing the tea leaves back down into the base. There we go. Lots of positive things. Yes, Jenny, yes, for sure. Just checking the consistency here for Teresa's reading for leaves. Okay. go. Oh, almost. Yeah, but have you watched Bridgerton? So good. So good. I love that show. You know, sometimes it's just nice to watch something that's actually just makes you happy. So again, my big thanks to everyone who's been subscribing. Again, we are so close to 500. So if you're watching this and you like this content, please do consider subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited to see when we get to 500. And when we do, we're going to have a bit of a party. We're going to do some kind of special live. Please let me know if you in the comments or here in the reading or here live in the chat if you'd like to share now. Any ideas that you have for the live for that party. We're going to do something fun. I don't know what that is, but I'm totally open to ideas. So please let me know what your ideas and thoughts are. We'll do something fun. I don't know what that is. We'll do something fun. Maybe a giveaway or something. Just going to get Teresa's cup ready. Teresa, what kind of tea are you making yourself? My favorite tea is rooibos. It really is. I love rooibos. Any kind of rooibos. Any kind of blend. I love it. Just going to allow this liquid tea to strain a little bit. Prevent any pooling in the base. There we go. Good. Oops. Whoa, Teresa, busy cup, busy. Let's move that over there. Okay, Teresa, here we go. So we'll aim for around 5 minutes or so. Yes, I'm using my laptop here, so I'm very short-sighted. Okay, so we're at 9:05. We'll look around 9:10. Okay, here we go. And again, if you're having a reading, entertainment purposes only, disclaimer there. Please take what you will and leave what you don't, as always. And please feel free to honey bush caramel. Oh, that sounds good. See, I would drink that. I think that sounds delicious. Honey bush caramel, so good. Have a sip for me because that sounds really, really good. So Teresa, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. I know you know that. And please feel free to say or not say any validations in the chat. And I don't want to know what your question is or whatever, because that just, whatever your thought was about what your question was, just objective as possible for me is the best. Okay, let's go. Thank you for letting me read for you, Teresa. Okay, here we go. Wow. Oh, this is it. This is interesting. My favorite. Sounds like it was my new favorite too, and I haven't even had it. This is interesting. So essentially, I would say, from what I'm seeing, you have one second. This is interesting. Let me just see what I'm seeing here. This is quite unique. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so to me, your main event or situation comprises approximately half of the cup. So it is, I would say, very significant, highly significant. But what's interesting, what I find very interesting about it is that essentially there are 3 parts to it. So even though this is one main event or situation, it's actually has like 3, again, there's like 3 different parts to it. 3 different individual scenarios that are involved in this whole overall scenario. Okay. And in addition to that, excuse me, you have another event or situation also taking place. So there's a lot in here. So let's look at the main event or situation. there's an idea that's being contemplated so quickly. So sorry, I just totally jumped right in. I would say right now that there's two events or situations. Actually, no, wait, sorry. There's one, two, three events or situations taking place right now, to one of which is the most important or significant of those three. And that one results, relates, flows into, precedes the main event or situation that I'm seeing in here. There is a fairly significant idea that's being contemplated, a new idea, a new concept, whatever the case may be, that's being presented in here. Looks to be very positive. It's very good. Like you are receiving good things with this. Conversations, things up in the air being decided upon specifically in regards to two different people. But there's also, but it's interesting because it does look like there's, it's a very loving and harmonious scenario. There's a lot of like reassurance, I would say, that's regarding this. Whatever this communication is regarding, it's like there's almost, I would say, it's almost like there's two different individuals present, and they're both very reassuring, protective, loving, or these two individuals exude those qualities. Somehow, though, that's related. So it's back and forth communication between two people, and those qualities are present in both people. All right. Moving on. Again, it's a very unique scenario. Reassurance, guardianship, companionship, knowing that you're not alone. This is also helping to create stability as well. Happy scenario. Receiving positive things, as I've already said, in a slightly different area related to this main event or situation, to that part of the main event or situation. Within this whole overall scenario, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas that you can use to sort of pace yourself a little bit. And as the situation continues to unfold, especially in regards to one of the three in the whole main event or scenario, that's when you really begin to see like forward movement, clarity. So you have clarity and not. It's like you know where you stand but at the same time you don't. It's one of those situations. Like you know, but you don't know. So for example, we know when we're going into university on a set day, but we don't know any of the other details that are involved with that. It's like that kind of scenario. But as events or situations unfold, we have a lot of conversations, thoughts, ideas. Yes, we're knowing where you stand. Yes, surprises. Yes, helpful individuals. Yes, reassurance. Yes. Knowing that you're not alone. Forward movement. Oh my gosh, forward movement for sure. From what I'm seeing, action momentum, taking some time out for your own self-care in the short term, and that involves a new opportunity that's being contemplated. But the new opportunity is actually small conclusion, but it's a very, very good scenario. And you do have a helpful individual, likely a female, who is involved. Actually, no, likely a male that's involved in that scenario. Lots of surprises as we continue on heading into the base. Now, I don't know, obviously, if this is referencing timing or not. So this either is taking place in the base. The bulk of what I'm seeing is either taking place, like the main part is either taking place late October to late November, so Scorpio, or if it's not referencing a time frame, it's representing the qualities of Scorpio, which is a change, transformation, new beginnings, new opportunities, things along those lines. So it's so exciting to me because once we get sort of like right here and heading into the base, abundance and prosperity. So that change is really related to a big surprise that is related to abundance and prosperity, a time of fruition. Conclusions, yes, but it's like they're a good conclusion, and there's fast-paced movement with those conclusions. A lot of time for busyness. So I would say in the short term, use the quiet time that you have approaching to get anything that you need to get done, so you don't have to do that later. So you're like in full mode, ready to just dive in and run with it and go with it and do what you need to do, because it looks like it's going to be crazy busy, but a great crazy busy. A lot of new beginnings. So I hope that's helpful for you, Teresa, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm so excited. I'm always excited. So Teresa, please email me if you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. And next we have Ginny. Now, I did put my email address in the chat. I'll just pop it in again. But obviously, please remove the spaces. If you're going to email me, please just remove the spaces. I just didn't put spaces there. My email address just now. You sound wonderful to meet. Yeah, oh, Teresa, that's awesome. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite an exciting time. So yeah. So exciting. Okay, Jenny, you're up next. And again, we have one space left. So if you're watching this live and would like to have a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. These are always first come, first serve. I don't pre-book any of these viewer readings. They're only done like live. Okay, this reading is for Jenny. I've already said all my prayers beforehand. I always do. Okay. Background noise, sound effects, pushing the tea back down into the base. I hope that everyone's Memorial Day weekend was good and positive and that you had great weather. Janino, you mentioned something about a monsoon. Thank you for the reading. Oh, Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I'm just here to offer my help to anyone who's interested in having a tea leaf reading. So it's always a look at the week ahead or a look to see what is likely to occur. So I'm always curious to see that, but always happy to help anyone who's interested as well. So thank you so much. Just checking the consistency of the tea leaves right now, Jenny. Yeah, tea leaf reading is very interesting. It's not a very well-known divination tool. It's so contrary in a way, because in a way it's not very well known, and yet the people who know about it because it's usually done in the family. I find it's quite interesting. It's just not very well known or not talked about a lot. It has its own place, certainly. Weather was so hot. Oh, not here. It was quite cool where I am. Some people at the beach where it is a bit cooler. Maybe. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, where I am, it's been quite cool, but I cannot complain. I love the cool weather. It's too much Highlander in me, too much Scottish in me. I cannot take heat. Much better off with cool weather for me. The cooler, the rainier, the mistier, the grayer, the windier, the happier I am. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Ginny, are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, flip. Pick it up, and I'm going to turn it around 3 times, clockwise, always clockwise, 3 or 4 times. There you go. We have 1 spot left, so if anyone is watching this live, please let me know in the chat. And if you're watching this on a replay, excuse me, and you couldn't make it, and you are interested in could not make the live tonight, and you would like to have a tea leaf reading here live, we're going to be back here again on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you're welcome to come back then and join the live. And if possible, then I'm happy to read for you. Cooked out for myself. Oh, fun. Wow, that does sound delicious. That does sound delicious, Teresa. Good for you. I'm sure everyone was very grateful for all of your hard work. Okay. Jenny, I am just getting a cup ready. I usually go quiet, or at least a little bit more quiet at this point in time. Just concentrating a little bit. Okay, here we go. Ginny, you ready? A little bit sore here. You ready, Ginny? Yeah, Teresa, if you're my neighbor, Sarah, you would have had moist and tender. Oh, wow. Buttered small potatoes. My mom's actually laughing in the background. Do you want her to come over and say hi? No. Ginny just gave a thumbs up. Yeah, awesome, Ginny. Thank you. Teresa, for that side dish alone, I will come and be your neighbor for that side dish alone. Again, this is like the Highlander in me, like potatoes, like very, very simple, basic food. Potatoes, cucumber, like any kind of potato, however it's done, whether it's mashed potato, baked potato, side butter. What did you say? Side dish buttered small potatoes, roasted potatoes, baked potatoes, potatoes. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Teresa. I'm sure I would have adored it. I would have adored it all, but especially those buttered potatoes. So good. Well, it was for dessert. No one's teasing. Okay, Jenny. Okay, I have to like focus. I love potatoes. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. One is calm, one is focused, and Jenny, let's get on with your tea leaf reading. Yay. Okay. So entertainment purposes only, of course. Take what you will, leave what you don't. Just gonna put it out there. Teresa. Oh my gosh. Okay, so small potatoes, and I poured melted butter on top of the dish. Wow, that sounds so good. Taters are these. Yes. Jenny, yes. Yes, they are the best. I know, I figured, yeah, that they are the best, aren't they? So good. So good. So good. Tatties. That's how they call them in Scotland. Call them taties here just for fun, but oh my gosh. Okay, that sounds so good, Teresa. Next time you have those buttered potatoes, please let me know. Everyone, we'll all go over to Teresa's house and she'll make us some buttered potatoes. My mom is coming over to say hi to everyone. So everyone say hi to mom. Hang on a second. Oh, careful. The thing is falling. There's everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi, it's Heather.
Teresa's making us buttered potatoes now. We've decided.
How about macaroni salad? That sounds pretty good too.
No, potato salad.
Potato salad. Okay.
Well, yes. She's making buttered potatoes. Look.
Oh, okay.
Melted butter on top of the dish, and she gets small potatoes. Oh, Jenny says hi, mom.
Hi,
oh,
hi.
Bree's coming over too.
Oh, it's a family affair here. We got everybody.
Flush Bree out of her hole. She's hiding. She's hiding.
Why is it when it's summertime you want all these lovely salads and jelly salads and things like that?
Jasmine, so. Iva. Hi. Hi, Jasmine. There's Jenny.
There's Jenny. Hi. Yeah, I know.
Teresa's making us potatoes. Oh, and of course, I would have enough for your mom too.
Chicken wings sounds good too. Anyway, enjoy, ladies. Okay. Bye.
Teresa, you've really made us hungry now.
Yeah.
So now we're all going to go over. This is a new thing. So first, we're all going to go over to Teresa's house. She's going to cook us a wonderful, wonderful supper with potatoes.
Potato salad.
And potato salad. Teresa, can you make potato salad? I'm sure you can. If you can make that, then you can totally do a potato salad. I'm sure your potato salad is delicious.
Lots of fun.
And Brie came over to you. You can't see her. She doesn't hop up. She's tiny. But she comes over and says hi. So she's here right now. Hi, Brie. Jasmina Iva, may I ask a question? So are you referencing having a tea leaf reading? Because if you are, absolutely. I'm just going to read Ginny's tea leaves first, if I can like refocus my mind off potatoes to her tea leaf reading. And once I've done that, oh, Teresa, see, you can do potato salad. See, like I'm like, oh, squirrel. This is like my oh, squirrel Sarah moment. I love Brie. Oh, Jenny, I'm so happy that you love Brie. I should post another picture of her on my community tab because I haven't done that in a long time. She's tiny. She's a tiny little. She's tiny for a chocolate lab, but she doesn't hop up. But she'll come over during lives, and then she goes. You can hear her and see her tail smash things around. So I need to like refocus my mind. So I'm just so excited about mashed potatoes now and potato salad and all things potatoes. Okay. So, have to read Ginny. Have to read your tea leaves right now. Jasmina, hope I'm saying your name correctly. Jasmina Iva, is that correct? How does this work? Okay, so what we're doing is right now as a special, once we're going to refocus my mind off of potatoes, what we're doing here is we've done a general weekly tea leaf reading. And as a special treat, because I didn't go live last week, I am offering the 3 free viewer readings tonight. So we've read for Teresa already. I'm going to read for Ginny now. And so there's one spot left. So if you'd like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know. So how does it work? Basically, these are free of charge, goodwill gesture on my part. I offer tea leaf reading that involves looking at images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, or both. Are chronologically. So the further down you go in the cup, the further away in time events or situations which are likely to occur or to take place. And that's what tea leaf reading essentially is in a nutshell. And that's what I'm doing. So goodwill gesture on my part. We go live typically. I say we because as far as I'm concerned, we're all doing this together. So go live twice a week. Once on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Once on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Monday is a look at the week ahead to see whatever the boss, God, source, divine, creator would like us to know. And then on Thursdays is viewer readings, 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. The shortest amount of time that I offer private readings for is 15 minutes, like 15 minutes, because as you can see, a 5-minute reading is like not much. It really is a taste test. So that's hopefully answers your question. Okay, perfect. So I will write your name down here on my little piece of paper, and I will get your tea leaves ready right as soon after I read for Ginny, because poor Ginny's been waiting here, and I completely got sidetracked talking about Teresa's delicious potatoes. And if you didn't see that conversation, just scroll back up in the chat because that was epic. I'm so excited now. But anyway, but we're focusing my mind back onto what we're doing here. I'm going to finish Ginny's reading, and then we can go ahead and get your reading underway. So just give me a few minutes. Give us a good 5 to 7 minutes, and we can get your reading underway. I'm going to aim to have this replay posted tomorrow, likely early afternoon, and that way you can see the replay of this video. You can catch the replay of the weekly tea leaf reading that we've done, and also that way you can see your reading too. So that it's a live reading. It's my goodwill gesture on my part. Hi Amber, thanks so much for being here. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Okay. So Ginny has waited long enough. Poor Ginny. So thank you, Ginny, for waiting. And we're going to go ahead and get your reading on the way right now. So we're going to go ahead and start that right now. And give me about 5 minutes or so, Jasmina, and we'll get on with your reading. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, my laptop's over here. I'm very short-sighted. 9:45. Okay, let's get going. Ginny, here we go. Make sure my camera's okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So Ginny, again, entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will, leave what you don't. To go quiet sometimes, I do promise. Like right now. Again, Ginny, please feel free to say or not say any questions that you have or any validations in the chat. The more objective I am, the better. I prefer to be. Okay, so I would say right now, based on what I'm seeing, for me, there's one main event or situation taking place right now where things are calm and clear and quiet, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more. And that is in regards to one area. So again, as an example, like you have a gold and you have a bronze. So one area that's much, much smaller, when another event or situation taking place that is much smaller. Actually, wait, hold that thought. You have one gold, one silver, one bronze. So one main event or situation that, again, for everything I just said, and you have a smaller event or situation, you have a much smaller event or situation. So you have those 3 scenarios taking place right now. One of them I would say pertains to document paperwork in some way, shape, or form that is progressing very nicely. It's taking form, taking shape, progressing in some way, shape, or form, like right now. Okay. You do have a layout that we do often see, but usually whenever there's a group tea leaf reading or more than one individual having reading at the same time, the same sitting, usually there's a theme. This is one of the themes right now. So you do have that one main event, but it's approximately like 1/8 of the cup. ends up being about a quarter of a cup. So it is significant in its own right. It's just that you do also have another event or situation also taking place at around the same time. They're like a mirror of each other. The main one, oh my goodness, very cool. So the main one takes place very soon. Timing is variable, as you know, but a little bit of time between now and the event or situation taking place. Mostly it is comprised of things being up a little bit more up in the air, thoughts, words, ideas, conversations, things being decided upon in some way, shape, or form. Certainly in the whole scenario, there is a significant female that is involved. Now, this could be you yourself, could be someone else, but we do have letter U and the letter V taking place, certainly in the short term, especially with the letter U. Looks to be a very positive situation. It's like full steam ahead, though. That's the thing with your reading here is, Jenny, is this whole main event or scenario is like full steam ahead. Like once it starts, it's just like full on, a lot of activity, a lot of things up in the air. Yes, a lot of things being decided upon, a lot of action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly, life force, vitality. Letter V specifically as well. Helpful individual who is a female. Somehow this could be you or you yourself and or someone else. And somehow this individual is like giving out an award, rewarding for something in some way. Now this could even be possibly something to do with the Homelander family. Yes, lineage is what I'm trying to say as well in some capacity, in some way, shape, or form. That's where this action and momentum is taking place now. Someone else, this individual, this woman may also be Sagittarius as well. Sagittarius connection, qualities of that sign and or the characteristics, qualities and or characteristics of that sign and or someone who maybe even be that sign. Begins this momentum, this action and momentum. Helpful people, absolutely. Also, a reminder here to take some time out for your own self-care, not telling you what to do. Also, yeah, that's totally being indicated twice. And the second time, there's the letter J, person, place, or thing. And again, this all has to do with like fruition and a helpful individual with a prominent nose. Best that I can describe that individual, but you have a lot of helpful people around you. My gosh. Letter L, person, place, or thing, has a small conclusion regarding that. As we go along here, progression, action, momentum is what I mean by that. There's also reassurance that's regarding that as well. This forward movement, activity. Letter S, person, place, or thing. New opportunity with that as well. It's being presented. Timing is always variable, a little bit tricky to always ascertain timing, but I'm doing my best here. But just knowing that you have overall a very helpful female who's involved in this whole scenario. And also the ability to get anything that you need to get done, yes, but it's almost like you have everything that you need in order to open that proverbial door or get that one thing accomplished, get that one thing achieved. It's like it's right there, and should you wish to, you can totally proceed. From what I'm seeing anyway, I'm not telling you what to do. Very easy to get that scenario underway and have that positive change and opportunity taking place. And looks like that also involves a helpful individual, happy scenario, person, place, or thing with a letter D that is involved. Now, going into the base. Wow, busy. I would say from now on, not telling you what to do, use a quiet time that you have between now and the more distant future to get anything that you need to get done, because it looks like whatever is taking place in the base, which is the more of the distant future, it looks like it's going to be pretty much a full on, very much similar to what this main event or scenario is like, but I would say even more than that, like almost like tenfold of that, because you do have a lot of clear space in the sides. So use this quiet time that you have approaching. For the most part, it is fairly quiet. And that way, everything is all done. Little distractions when you get into the base, which there's a lot of surprises, things that we're just not supposed to know right now, but looks really positive. But there's like this one main event or scenario that's present in here. Definitely abundance and prosperity regarding that. It just looks really good. It's the abundance is forming beautifully. And also, yeah, lots of helpful people involved in that scenario specifically. So hope that you enjoyed that reading, Denise. I'm always excited. I hope that was helpful for you. So please let me know if you want me to send you pictures, and I will. Wow, that's crazy, but a good crazy. So thank you for letting me read it for you, Jenny. Falling over my words. My goodness, so much like speed talking. Okay. So up next we have Jasmina. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Apologies if I'm not. Action. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. Yes, lots of action. A lot. There's a lot taking place from what I'm seeing. Yeah, definitely. Okay, very busy next little while, Jenny. Jasmina, hey. So I'm just curious, Jasmina, have you ever had a tea leaf reading before? Please let me know if you want to share. I'm always curious. No. Oh, awesome. I'm always curious to see if people have ever had a tea leaf reading before, because again, it's a very unique divination tool. Not everyone knows about it. But I could. Perfect. Well, I hope that you do enjoy it. I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit here. Sorry for that here. 1 second. There we go. I love my ring light, but when the springs sort of popped loose the other day, a couple months ago, and I was just being very careful that it's not falling over here. So, thank you. Perfect. So you have never had a tea leaf reading before. Awesome. Well, I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading this evening. Yeah, if you've ever had like angel cards or tarot cards done before, ever had like those that kind of reading, you can think of it like that. So it's almost like having a card reading in a cup, basically. It's very unique. It's a very unique divination tool. It's unique because you never know what images are going to be presented. It's also unique because everyone reads differently. Like different readers read differently. Different people who read tea leaves read differently, or cups too. Most often, I find more so than the tea itself, people are more aware of like Turkish coffee readings. It's a similar scenario. It's just that I use tea as opposed to sorry, Turkish coffee. Excuse me. Okay, so you are having a blend of green tea. I like it. Tarot, yes, yeah. It's very similar to tarot. It's just that different readers have different associate different images with different symbols and associate different images or symbols with different meanings and vice versa. So I don't like the word subjective, but it is very unique to everyone who reads the tea leaves in this case, and everyone who has a tea leaf reading. So it's not like with tarot, there's many different variations of tarot. Very much novice, but it's not like you know exactly what cards are going to come out. It's very different every time. Okay. So Jasmine, I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Yay! Getting your cup ready right now. And again, I did put my email address into the chat, Jasmina. So please feel free to send me a quick email. Just take out the spaces I've put in there. And if you want me to send you pictures of your tea leaves, if not, don't worry about it. But it's something that I like to offer everyone who has a tea leaf reading here live on these lives, because it's your reading. So if you want to have pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. So I'm just getting your cup ready right now, swirling it. There we are. So I have your leaves ready right now. I'm just going to push the leaves back down into the base. Any excess leaves that are now on the side. It's the sound effects that you're hearing in the background. Almost there, almost there. So we aim for about 5 minutes, approximately. It really is like a taste test. These readings are very akin to having a taste test of a tea leaf reading, because shameless plug here. The private readings that I do offer, 15 minutes is the minimum that I do offer for private readings, and I'm sure you've seen the reason for that is because I like to give as much information as possible, and I find 15 minutes, 5 minutes is the least amount of time that I'm comfortable doing so, because it's just less than that is not a lot of information, even though a lot of information can be conveyed in those 5 minutes. So that's why I keep it to 5 minutes. It's like a bit of a taste test, bit of a look-see, see what a tea leaf reading is like, have a quick check-in, things like that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just straining out any excess liquid from your cup. I always thought, and this is no like secret or anything, I always thought that with tea leaf reading it had to be done in person, and I thought that for many years. And a few years ago, I thought it's a divination tool; it should still work. It shouldn't matter if you're in the room or not. And I tried it a few times, and yeah, it worked. So I've been doing this now for a little while, like virtually. Just going to strain out a little more excess liquid. Okay. And Brie has now joined us. She's at my feet right now. Our dog. She's 3 years old. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, good consistency. Put the plate on your cup, on your mug. I use mugs. That's what I do. 1, 2, 3. I like these ones. Okay, I'm going to now turn it around 3 or 4 times. I'm not using any cards at all. This is tea leaves, physically, but it's all from the boss, by whatever name or names you're comfortable with using, whether it's God, divine, source, universe. It comes from the boss. Just going to allow this to strain any excess liquid out of your cup to prevent any pooling in the base. And as of Thursday, we will be back to our regular schedule of weekly tea leaf readings on Thursdays. But this is a bit of a treat, a bit of an apology here, I guess you could also say on my part for not being able to go live last week. So we missed the live readings last week. And it's fun. It's fun to hang out there, hang out here on the interwebs and read tea leaves. Thank you so much, Jasmina. Well, I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. And please feel free to say or not say anything in the chat in terms of a validation. Less that I know about your question, the better. Don't want to know anything, not to be rude. Less that I know, that the more objective I am. So, okay, ready? Okay, let's go. So, 41, 46, okay. Oh, sorry, back injury. Still recovering from that. Oh, I'm fine. Okay, so let's look here. So, quick reminder, disclaimer, I should say. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will, leave what you don't. I'm not telling you what to do. Big long disclaimer in the description box below. I do read chronologically now on the way in later. Let's go ahead and start. Thank you. Okay, so it looks to me that making sure my camera's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so looks like we have one. From what I'm seeing, I hope I'm seeing your name right, Jasmina. It looks like you have one main event or situation taking place right now where things are calm and clear and quiet. Like things are quiet and calm and you're happy with that. And or you want things to get moving a little bit more. Again, this is pertains to one main event or situation. You also have 2 other scenarios where that is also likely to take. Oh, hang on. Sorry, 1 second. One. Okay. That also likely pertains to one other much smaller event or situation. So, for example, you have like 1 gold, 1 bronze, but that this all appears to be changing very, very soon, at least in 2 different ways. Okay. Now, that's just an overview right now. And then looking in the cup, again, sorry, 1 second. Sorry to bother you. Interrupted. Mom?
Yes.
Can you please let Brie outside? Brie wants to go outside. Thank you, Mom. So in addition to that, you have this one main event or situation. It's a layout that we do often see. It's like the main focus, the main core, the main hub of your reading. And it appears to be taking up approximately 1/4 of your cup. So it is quite significant. In addition to that, you do have, rather busy actually. You have one main event or situation, aside from that, where things are calm and clear and quiet. Again, that's also taking place. And again, you're happy with that. So it's on, I shouldn't say, let me rephrase. You have another situation that's also where it is calm and clear and quiet going forward. And also, that is also the case in one other scenario. It's a little bit more unique, but we'll get into that quickly. So I would say, not telling you what to do, use the time that you have in the coming time, the approaching time, to get anything that you need to get done. So you are all caught up and you don't really have any distractions or many distractions as you go along. Because from what I'm seeing in here, much like with Ginny there, your base in here, which is the more distant future, looks quite busy. So that's just my suggestion based on what I'm seeing here as well. Actually, your base is pretty well covered. So there's a lot taking place much later on in the more distant future. So in regards to your main event or situation, there's two events or situations like the gold and the silver, actually the gold, silver, and the bronze. So everything taking place right now, but specifically the two smaller events that I mentioned, like the silver and the bronze, relate directly or lead directly to the main event or situation that is also being shown in here. It is mostly comprised of a lot of conversations, thoughts, words, ideas, things up in the air a little bit. Still being decided upon. You do have instances in here of, again, where it's like you know where you stand and yet you don't at the same time. That kind of scenario. You do have forward movement though in the short term. Getting things organized, yes, but also forward progression, forward movement, getting things organized. Personal, place, or thing with the letters C and or E that is present in regards to that individual scenario. Bit of a glass half full versus glass half empty, but generally speaking, you're happy with that scenario as it's progressing. Action, momentum, taking place rather quickly, keeping your thoughts rather clear and positive, because again, there's like things are happening very quickly, like quick manifestation or things along those lines. Letter J also present, but a unique partnership that involves information, messages, communications, reassurance, receiving positive news, things about the Homelander family, things along those lines. A unique scenario. Actually may also have a bearing or an influence or a connection with in some way, shape, or form, possibly to a house or property in some way. There may be a little bit of conversations back and forth regarding that, but you also have a letter V and or L in regards to that as well. Creativity, new beginnings, new creative projects. Looks like it's a happy one. New creative projects. Letter S and or number 5. I always get the letters and numbers confused with M's and 3's and E's and S's and 5's. So S and or 5, and that specifically is in regards to this new creative project or creativity that's also involved. So I would say that there's a positive change regarding that. Then as we go down further in the base, again, reminder, helpful people are involved. Creative projects, creativity is also present. Lots of letter L's in here. And then as we go down a little bit further, there's one document in particular. Helpful individual is somehow connected or related to that in some way, shape, or form. But it's also interesting though too, because you do actually have two people specifically related to that document or paperwork in some way. There's a newness, a new beginning with that in some way, shape, or form. And that even may be involving like the house and her home and her family, receiving communications is what I'm trying to say regarding that. And one of those individuals, it's like they think a lot, or they have that's not true, rephrase. There's somehow that individual, there's another individual that's connected to that individual that's somehow related indirectly to that scenario regarding that document and her paperwork. Okay, got that one out. And then as we go down a bit further down that, forward movement, forward progression, not being held back, going for whatever it is that you want to have. Letter W, person, place, or thing regarding that. Letter J again as well. Going down a little bit further. Successful venture, creativity, creative pursuit, creative venture. Something along those lines, possibly some short-term travel, potentially related to that as well. Happy scenario, letter U and F and J, lots of letters. It's a happy scenario, like reaping what you sow, getting what you want, like receiving the benefits from the hard work that you've put in, things along those lines. A lot of happy faces. So it looks like it's a very happy scenario. And there may be even a trip that you're planning. I don't know if you've planned a trip yet. Letters M and or N and or F and or Y. It's lots of letters. You have a much smaller event or situation also taking place simultaneously in regards to this main event or situation. Really compose more of thoughts and words, ideas. A happy scenario, a lot of dancing, a lot of happiness that's involved. Something to do with ancestry, lineages in the family. Something bearing, there's a bearing with that. Somehow that is significant in this whole event or scenario. Somehow that is related to this possible trip. If it's not a trip, then it's some kind of event or situation that's also taking place. And then when we get into the base, my goodness, it's completely covered almost. Lots of surprises on the way. One main area that is like the hub or the focus of this entire scenario where there's just a lot of surprises regarding it. But I would say definitely working with many different people, house and home, home and family, property, rental in some way, shape, or form, likely to, but there's definitely like one that is the main focus of that, but a lot of working with other people. There you go. There you go, Jasmina. How was that? There you go. There's your reading. So I hope that you enjoyed your first ever tea leaf reading. And you can see that's me super speeding my way through it. That's why I keep my readings to 15-minute minimum whenever I do private ones. Well, thank you so much. Well, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Well, everyone, thank you for joining me here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning here, welcome. And thank you for hanging out with me and hanging in here for this long of a live. So we've done the weekly tea leaf reading. We've read for 3 lovely people tonight. And okay, so Katie, may I have a reading, please? Katie, I hate saying this, but thank you so much for asking. I'm going to have to sadly decline and say no. If you're interested in having a live or tea leaf reading, come back again here. I would say on Thursday. I've already scheduled those lives this tonight, and already scheduled Thursday's live as well. Click over on that live tab here on my channel. You can see that live scheduled. The reason is that I have read for 3 people. We do cap it off at 3 readings per live. It's just any longer than that, you can see how long these lives can sometimes take. So I do cap it at 3 KT. But thank you so much for asking genuinely, and thank you so much for your interest. If you like to again thank you so much, KT. Yeah, but I'm back again here on Thursday. So if you would like to have a quick 5-minute taste test of a tea leaf reading, please come back again here on Thursday. I've already scheduled that live. 8 p.m. Eastern is when we'll be back, and part of our weekly schedule. So I'll be back again here. If anything ever changes, and I always say this, KT, but I always post in my community tab before I go live, just to confirm if I can or if I can't go live. So I will. KT, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. We're so close to 500. So I'm still looking for ideas. So if you have any ideas for how we can do a celebration once we get to 500 as a milestone, please let me know. But yeah, we'll be back again here on Thursday. I think that's May 30th, isn't it? Thursday, May the 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's what we'll be doing. But I love you for asking. Thank you for your interest. Yeah, back again here on Thursday for sure. Yeah, we cap it at 3. Any longer than that, and the lives usually go a lot longer if we surpass 3. And this one was a long one. We began at 8 p.m. So there's a lot of chit chatting in there, and some talk about potato salad. But yeah, we cap it usually off at 3. But back again here on Thursday for sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, Katie. And if you want a private reading, shameless plug. All my links are in the description box below. But thank you so much for your interest. Well, Teresa, I had a good time. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you did. Well, I'm going to go and have some water. A little bit dry here on my part. Lots of talking here. But to everyone, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you enjoyed your readings. Hope that you enjoyed the weekly tea leaf reading. And again, we'll be back again here on Thursday, May 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern for the live viewer readings. So that's always first come, first serve, but come on back again on Thursday, and I can't wait to see you then. And my thanks for everyone. Thank you all for subscribing and hanging out with me for so long. Jenny, thanks. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much, Katie. All of my links are in the description box below. There's a big, long, lot of words in that description box, but I did put my link tree in there. So if you could just click on my link tree. Sorry, I'm really dry here. And you click on my link tree, it opens up all of my links there. So I think I have a direct link there to my email address. So you can always send me an email and we can go ahead and schedule there. So I book one-on-one. I don't use any other third party to do so. So like any other app or anything as of now anyway. But thank you so much, Katie. It's awesome. Well, everyone have such an amazing night. Love each and every one of you. And hope that you enjoyed your readings. Hope that you enjoyed this weekly TDF reading. And we'll be back again here on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the live viewer readings back to our normal weekly schedule. Have a great, great evening, everyone. And I always hate ending the lives because everyone's always having such a lovely time in the chat. But we'll go ahead and we'll click end live. Mom made an appearance and so did Bree, our dog. So that was really fun. Nice. We learned a lot about potato salad and potatoes. So that was really fun too. Love you all. Take care, and we'll see you again on Thursday. Bye.